Attention GovGuam employees and retirees. Open enrollment is extended to October 10th. There's still time to choose Take Care and keep money in your pocket. Lower copays at preferred in-network providers. A payroll deduction as low as $2.04 bi-weekly. To avoid enrollment and payroll processing delays, enroll as soon as possible. Learn more at takecareasia.com/GovGuam 2023 or call 671-647-3526. Take Care, our island, your health plan.
We have to all work together because we do need to deter crime. We do need to decrease crime.
There's a lot of news coming out, rape cases, children. It's so hard to believe.
I'm Felix Camacho, and I approve this message.
Tom Fisher was a Peace Corps volunteer and an educator in the jungles of Central Africa. He went from educating children in impoverished nations to serving our nation in the United States Navy. Tom's legal expertise took him from the military courtroom as a judge advocate general to the courts of Guam, where he has spent 3 decades representing our Manumco and our less fortunate. Tom Fisher knows the law. He'll be a great lawmaker. Let's vote Attorney Thomas Fisher for Senator.
I'm Tom Fisher, and I approve this message.
Hafa Day, dear people of Guam. My name is Pete Santos, and I approve this message. I am the only candidate that's running for Attorney General that has the proven track record, the required skills, and the leadership ability to make Guam safe again. Please write me in for Attorney General of Guam this election. Thank you, si Diyos maasi, maraming salamat po, and kireso.
Right now, we are seeing a rise in energy prices. We feel it at the pump, at the store, or each time we get our CUC bill. This is causing everyone to make difficult choices. Businesses are having to increase prices or reduce hours. Families are having to choose between keeping the aircon on or putting food on the table. Lieutenant Governor Arnold and Mayor Dave's commitment to our Commonwealth is demonstrated through their 30-plus years of public service. Their experiences have allowed them the opportunity to personally interact with our community during their most difficult moments, and for that, they have a better understanding of the needs of our people. The CNMI needs leaders that will promote policies that create jobs, grow paychecks, and improve the economic security of the CNMI businesses and families. We hear you, Marianas. It's time to get this government back in order. This election, please vote Arnold and Dave.
Half a day, I'm Elaine Tamanyao Johnson, and I'm voting for Joe S. Sonaga State. Woo-woo!
Hafa Day, Guahu si Joe Mesngun. kung kakagaham tutoro para unfanbota si Joe S. San Agustin para senador.
Hakaday, I'm Crystal Augustine. I'm from Malesu, and I'm voting for Joe.
Ako si Winston Ilisito. Iboto natin si Joe San Agustin for Senator. Mamuhay!
I'm Senator Joe Shimizu San Agustin, and I approve this message.
Many accolades and celebrations.
Good afternoon and welcome to Kandit's Daily Crime Report. I'm Johnny Rosario.
And I'm Danielle Baza.
It is us again. It is Friday, and it is just me and Danielle because GWA needs to get it together. Mm-hmm. Water outage again in Totu. Okay.
People are falling apart here. Just threw off everyone's day.
You would never see me falling apart.
No, she wakes up ready. Oh my God.
Okay, today we actually have a special for you.
We have one from today. We have 3 from the prior days, from yesterday, and one from the day
another
before.
Day that we didn't do, but we're gonna do.
Yeah, we like to do it.
So, before we get started, Arayami, I believe, Eric and his family are trying to figure out if they're going to do the date of a fundraiser. If anybody of you know or are willing to donate for prizes for the fundraiser, please contact me at 671-797-7082, or you can call Danielle because she's prettier at 671-727-0205. I might take a little longer to answer, and Danielle might answer right away. But yes, this is
or vice versa.
This is for guys. We're just having fun. It is Friday. We are excited to go home.
Yes.
It was a rough week, but yes.
And there's soccer practice today.
Yes.
We're going to make it today.
And everybody in our families are better. Yeah. And thank God we are the moms and we did not really get sick.
Yep.
Yeah. It shows how tough we are.
We spoke
TUFF tough. Okay. Let's start off with drum roll, please. Dean Lawrence Carbone Santos, on or about September 26, 2022, at about 9:25 p.m., GPD officers responded to a call regarding a verbal altercation at a laundromat in Dedido, Guam. Officer Lizama arrived and discovered a mutual combat situation where one of the suspects, Dean Lawrence Carbone Santos, requested medical attention. Officer Lizama observed redness to the middle portion of defendant's left cheek. Defendant was seen by Medic 4 on scene and then was transported by GPD to the Dedido Precinct Command, where defendant requested to be seen by a medic again. Defendant was brought to GRMC by GPD. The on-duty physician reported defendant to be cleared and discharged, noting defendant's rude manner. Defendant was informed of his arrest for mutual combat and instantaneously became irate and combative. A scuffle ensued when defendant jolted forward as officers attempted to put handcuffs on him. Defendant then shoved Officer Ascura and Officer Lizama with his shoulders. Defendant then attempted to escape into a room across the hallway. Officers were attempting to place the defendant's second hand into the handcuff, and defendant was continuing to push and shove. Defendant was screaming curse words at the top of his lungs throughout. Officer Lizama reported that the scuffle took approximately 10 minutes and ended when both hands were placed in the restraints. Defendant refused to get into the patrol vehicle for transport and remained combative, kicking the door opened the door and refusing to sit. During the transport, defendant stated, quote, "You're gonna effing get it, you stupid bee. You just effing wait. I'm coming for you. I'll effing remember your effing face, bee." Upon arrival, defendant refused to exit the patrol vehicle. That means he didn't want to get out. While attempting to get defendant out of the patrol vehicle, defendant shoved Officer Lizama with his shoulder, leaned back into the patrol vehicle seat, and kicked out into Officer Lizama's lower stomach area. Defendant was dry stunned. Ooh, what is that?
I know.
Ooh, I'm gonna search that up. If anyone out there knows what's a dry stun, please tell me. Defendant was dry stunned to gain compliance, however, kicked and screamed for another 8 minutes.
The other page should be here.
Where?
But anyways,
we're missing a page,
the
guys.
second page is just he's charged with resisting arrest and assault. Yeah.
Okay. There you go, Dean.
So based on the foregoing, there is probable cause to charge Dean Santos.
Dean Lawrence Carbone Santos.
Did we say that loud enough?
Next.
I think he was like, I can't go to jail. I got stuff to do today. You know those first timers where they think anyone cares? Nobody cares. On or about September 27th at approximately 9:50 p.m., Officer Lizama responded to a disturbance at a residence in Jigo. In the course of investigating the matter, he learned that Jason Cruz Pangilinan strangled, hit, and threatened to kill his girlfriend. The victim specifically reported the following. She got into an argument with the defendant earlier that afternoon, during which he placed his left hand over her mouth and nose for about 5 to 10 seconds while pushing down, and she had trouble breathing. Although the victim used both of her hands in an attempt to remove the defendant's hand, he overpowered her. The defendant removed his hand on his own, however, at which point the victim ran into another room. The defendant followed her and then wrapped both of his hands around her neck, during which he pushed both of his thumbs into the center of her throat for an unknown period of time, causing the victim to become dizzy and lose consciousness. Although the victim does not recall how long she lost consciousness, after regaining consciousness, the defendant 1. Punched her in the stomach, 2. Yelled, "I'll effing kill you," and 3. Grabbed an extension cord with which he used to hit her shoulder. The victim further reported that the defendant eventually calmed down and fell asleep. 2. She used that opportunity to call police for help. And 3. She was in fear for her life and safety during the defendant's attack against her. The defendant admitted placing his hand over the victim's mouth and wrapping his hands around her neck, but only to shut her up and take a charger that she placed around her own neck. Officer Lizama observed that the victim had 1. A bruised chin, 2. Redness on the tip of her nose, and 3. Scratches on her neck and left shoulder, both of which also had redness. The defendant was previously convicted for 2 counts of family violence, which involved different victims. Based on the foregoing, there is probable cause to charge Jason Cruz Pangilinan with terrorizing and family violence.
Oh, my turn.
Do you think it was her or you think it was the chick or the guy?
It is. I don't know. I'm
with
not gonna.
The charging cord?
You never know.
I know. But I can guess.
That's what the court is for, is to hash it out, whether you're fighting with somebody or the police. That's what court's for, right?
Yep. Tell them the court.
On or about September 27, police responded to a disturbance at a residence in Agate. I can say Agate. I don't have to say. I don't have to say Haggett, right? I can say Agate.
Please do not say Haggett.
Police met with the victim, who explained that she was arguing with her boyfriend, Matthew Santos. She told police that she was attacked and choked by the defendant. She also stated that they were both yelling when defendant began choking her with both hands for about 3 seconds when she began to cry. Police did not indicate whether the victim addressed her ability to breathe during the choking. The victim said that her son, later identified, was also in the residence, but only she was attacked by the defendant. Police noted redness and bruising on the victim's neck area. Police met with the child who stated, wait, I don't understand. What is this? Police
met with
the victim?
No, it's a witness.
Police met with a witness who stated that
the
child came crying and asked for help, calling the police. The witness told police that the child said, quote, "Can you help me, please? Because my dad is beating up my mom," end quote. Police met with the child who told police that he saw his dad hit his mom with a broom in the past and wants his dad to get help and stop hitting his mom. The child told police he saw his dad yelling at his mom while choking her and that the child asked his dad to stop. Defendant pled guilty to aggravated assault in CF 0603-14. Based on the foregoing, there is probable cause to charge Matthew Santos with 1 count of attempted strangulation and as a third-degree felony in violation and 1 count of family violence.
John Cruz says that dry stun is when a taser is used.
Oh,
Thank
why
you,
not just say
John.
tased?
Like what? The government likes to make things complicated. You remember? To confuse you, I don't know. Next up, we have Vandrick Gumabon. So on or about September 27th, 2022, police responded to sexual assault complaint and met with a sexual assault complaint and met with an adult female reporting that a minor female who was about 14 years old reported being sexually assaulted. Police interviewed the child, and during that interview, the child stated that when she was about 6 or 7 years old, a male known to her as Vandrick Gumabon licked her vagina. The child told police that defendant also put his penis into her mouth and rubbed his penis against her vagina. The child told police that defendant told her he could not put it in because her vagina was too small. The child said that there were times where defendant inserted his fingers into her vagina. Police interviewed the defendant, who admitted that he made the child do sexual acts when she was about 8 or 9 years old and that he tried to penetrate her but could not. Based on the foregoing, there is probable cause to charge Vandrick Gumabon with 3 counts of first-degree criminal sexual conduct, with the special allegation of a vulnerable victim, and 1 count of attempted first-degree criminal sexual conduct. The list goes on.
Can I just see that real quick?
Yep. Poor baby.
Wow.
Her mouth wasn't too small?
I don't know. That is
That is
gross.
so disgusting.
Okay, remember we discussed this.
Alleged?
Yeah. No, I'm talking about why people.
Yeah, the sickness and it doesn't go away.
Yeah. It
They're
doesn't
always
go away.
going to be that way.
Yeah. On or about September 16, police. We don't have the picture of this guy yet. It didn't come in, and I tried to search him up to see if there was any pictures or old pictures, but there's none. On or about September 16, police responded to a disturbance at a residence in Chalampago. Police met with the victim, who explained that her boyfriend, James Nicholas, assaulted her and left the residence. The victim told police that on the same day they were arguing when defendant struck her head with a pink plastic broom handle. Police noted that the victim had swelling to the front left side of her head. Police did not locate the defendant that day. On or about September 29, police responded again to the residence in Chalampago and met with the victim. The victim told police that on the same day, defendant came home with another male and defendant needed help inside the residence. The victim said that the defendant appeared drunk and could not walk on his own. The victim stated that she was rubbing defendant's back when he kicked her, punched her, and threatened to stab her. The victim said that the defendant also headbutted her, causing her eye to become swollen and it started to bruise. Police interviewed the defendant, who said that he denies assaulting the victim and he was holding the broom when he turned around and the broom handle struck the victim on the head. She just walked into it.
She
officer.
ran into it.
Based on the foregoing,
She's gotta watch where she's going.
There is probable cause to charge James Nicholas with 2 counts of family violence. There you have it, folks, right? This is the last one.
That's the one.
We are done for the week, guys.
Happy Friday.
Don't forget to check out Pari's Place. Go if you have parties this weekend and want to bring some red rice and some fried chicken, check out KFC.
They have that $30 special.
They do.
I've been wanting to check that out.
Oh, that sounds like a good dinner.
I know,
for
like a
tonight.
tired day, you know?
Like today?
Yes.
So you guys drive safe. Thank you for being with us. We really appreciate it. And thank you all who have helped Kandit get this far.
Attention GovGuam employees and retirees. Open enrollment is extended to October 10th. There's still time to choose Take Care and keep money in your pocket. Lower copays at preferred in-network providers. A payroll deduction as low as $2.04 bi-weekly. To avoid enrollment and payroll processing delays, enroll as soon as possible. Learn more at takecareasia.com/GovGuam 2023 or call 671-647-3526. Take Care, our island, your health plan.
Tom Fisher was a Peace Corps volunteer and an educator in the jungles of Central Africa. He went from educating children in impoverished nations to serving our nation in the United States Navy. Tom's legal expertise took him from the military courtroom as a judge advocate general to the courts of Guam, where he has spent 3 decades representing our Manumco and our less fortunate. Tom Fisher knows the law. He'll be a great lawmaker. Let's vote Attorney Thomas Fisher for Senator.
I'm Tom Fisher, and I approve this message.
Bottom line is we're going to make you a better person. You're going to be healthier and fitter than you were before.